Hi guys, welcome back to the channel once again. We are back in the car, so that means that we've just seen yet another movie in the movie theaters. Today's movie we watched was Air, the biopic about Nike's signing of Michael Jordan and making the Air Jordan shoe line. So, yeah. 1 to 10.
Yep. Just to get started, this is a biopic, so I mean, it's an existing thing. There's gonna be probably some spoilers for the film in here. We'll try to keep it brief, but honestly, other than this being dramatic, it happened. So
it's a historical event. If you don't know that Michael Jordan signed with Nike and made the iconic Air Jordan shoe line, sorry, but spoilers.
Yeah. So yeah, get started. For score, give it a 7 out of 10.
Okay. Why?
It's pretty solid. It's a biopic. It's about an event. There's not a lot of, I mean, this isn't a film with like action or anything like that. The drama in this film is all about the characters, their interactions with each other. It's very intense. But it's done very well. It's very strong.
So for me, 1 to 10, I could be really harsh and give it a 5. I'm not gonna lie. I could give it a 5.
Give it a 5 then.
Yeah.
Just explain it.
So the reason I would give it a 5 is the acting is really good. The humor that they put into it is pretty interesting. They tell the story pretty well. The pacing is pretty good. As far as like filmmaking and stuff like that, it's really well done. It's not a bad biopic. The reason I give it a 5 is I don't know why they made a biopic about this.
That's fair.
Like I get it. Like Air Jordan shoes.
Why is this a movie?
Well, yeah. Like, see, the thing is, like, Air Jordan shoes are iconic. I don't play basketball. I played basketball in like middle school.
Right.
But I still know Air Jordans. Like, I still thought that Air Jordans are really cool. They're still super collectible today. Like, they're culturally significant.
They become pop culture, and they've become iconic. So iconic pop culture icon. People that don't even follow basketball, know about the shoes. Right.
Yeah, I know about Michael Jordan. I know about the shoes. I know about all these different things. The reason I give it a 5 is really just kind of, I don't know why they made a movie about his signing a deal with Nike. It doesn't have that great drama to it. It's interesting to see, and like it's really well done and stuff like that. It's just there's good cinematography, there's good direction, it's not badly made. I'm not gonna lie though, I was kind of bored. I was just kind of bored watching it. So that's why I give it a 5. Like, if I'm just going to rate it as a critic and like as just like a film nerd and stuff like that, I'd probably go closer to an 8. Just the cinematography is really good, the acting is really good, direction's good.
It's boring.
It was just boring. I wasn't very invested and interested in it, but
okay, I was, so I can go a bit more into that later. Okay, so let's just a little bit to go into that for positive and negative. I agree. The cinematography is really good. There's a lot of the production. The set pieces are well.
Oh, the set pieces are great.
This is set like they film it like it's in the 80s, and it's really cool. And it's really awesome seeing that the music, the soundtrack to the film was really fun. It's really involved that 80s feel into the story. Like they put you into that time period like you're watching this happen. It doesn't feel like you're watching a film of the 80s. It feels like you're actually watching this take place in the 80s. They did a really good job of making it feel real and in the time period it takes place.
I mean, like I said, the acting is really good, the cinematography is really good. Sometimes I felt that the soundtrack was a little tropey. Like, there's so many movies that are based in the 80s that use the exact same songs for the exact same shots.
They started the song out with Dire Straits. They do it right. Money for Nothing. That's the opening song of the film. It's perfect.
Yeah, like some of them fit really well, but it's just one of those things where it's just like we have so many movies based in the 80s now that it's almost a trope now. That they use specific songs. It's kind of like the Eye of the Tiger constantly shows up, or other 80s songs. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but it sometimes it felt a little tropey, like they just threw it in there because they were like, hey guys, just a reminder, it's 1984. You know, like,
well, I know what you mean, but they do use a lot of so they use a lot of the 80s typical synthesizer music, like you get in a lot of 80s films. That's just going on in the backgrounds that a lot of 80s films did, which again, so it feels a lot like it's being filmed in the 80s, and they like do some stuff with the set pieces and the filmography to make it look like it's being filmed in the 80s. It's fun. I enjoyed that. I don't know. I was really entertained by the movie. I really enjoyed it, and I will preface this, but I did not expect to. I thought it was an interesting film topic, and I was like, well, you know what? I want to check it out, and I expected it to be very boring, and I actually really enjoyed it. So,
well, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I'll just be honest. I have a little bit of like bias, I guess. That I went into the movie and I was like, wasn't 100% invested in the story. I wasn't very interested in that topic. Like I said, I kind of went into the movie being like, why is this a movie? Why is this a movie? Why did they decide to make it hour and a half?
It's like the movie Moneyball or some of these other films where it's about people who like the background of things that happened. It's like the background character that nobody knows about. Although, you know, I will say there's an interesting point in this film where Sonny is sitting in the board and Michael Jordan, and there's chaos. It is one of the greatest scenes in the film. It's when there's the pitch meeting to Michael Jordan and his family, and Dolores is sitting there, Michael Jordan's mom. She's sitting there like pushed Michael Jordan to come. He didn't really want to be there, but she sees something in Sonny, like because she realizes that he sees something in her son that she also sees, and so she has kind of a kinship with him. And they're all doing the pitch meeting. It's falling apart and it's chaos and nothing's going right, and they're overselling it. And he just shuts the whole thing down, and he just sits down and he just talks directly to Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
and he's like, "We'll all be forgotten, but you won't be. You'll be remembered."
In the whole movie, there's two great scenes cinematically. Like, I'll be honest, they're great filmmaking. They're really, really well done. One of them is that scene. He stops everything, and then it literally goes through, while he's doing the speech, it shows us Michael Jordan's future while he's talking about what he expects from the future. It shows that Sonny is more than just an analyst. He actually is like he's really intelligent with basketball and with sports psychology and with all these different things. So it really shows that Sonny knows what he's talking about, but it's also really cool because we get the nostalgia of seeing classic Jordan clips, and we see his entire career essentially in like it's only like 3 minutes.
It's a great piece of cinematography. The second great piece of cinematography is when, before the meeting, they're all talking about the meeting. And they're having a roundhouse discussion on how the thing is going to go down. Everybody's having their own input. They're having their own ideas. They're all melding and they're talking together. And as a result, it's literally the camera is just going around the table. So we as an audience feel like we're not just a part of the conversation, but we're seeing that the conversation is evolving, and it's literally a round table discussion where everybody is inputting and everybody becomes the focus as they're talking, and it feels natural, and it's all in all, I enjoyed it. If you really enjoy biopics, this is a really good. Good
for a biopic. This is really, really well done. Like,
if it's the source material you don't care about.
The only thing is that I give it a 5 because I don't really care for basketball. I don't really care for Air Jordans. I like Michael Jordan. Like, don't get me wrong.
But if the source material of a biopic doesn't interest you, the movie's probably not going to interest you.
Yeah.
And except for the really high cinematic moments, which you caught on to. And that I noticed, like, we were both really engaged in that final scene, where it's like it goes straight from that scene in the round table right into the meeting, and it's just great cinema. And so it's really, really well done. Props to the director and the team that did this. honestly really well filmed.
Yeah, no, my 5 is literally just because this type of movie is not my cup of tea. Everything about the filmmaking process, everything about the movie in general is great. It is awesome. It's just not my cup of tea.
And that's perfectly fine.
Yeah. Everybody has their opinions and stuff like that.
And honestly,
I will give the movie credit and props where it is. It's just, I give it a 5 because personally I was kind of bored and uninterested.
But if you're a person who likes basketball, who's interested in the Air Jordan biopic, it's good. It's a good film.
Yeah.
If you're into the source material, you will really enjoy it. If you're not, you may be bored. It depends. But honestly, I really enjoyed it, and we both found it cinematically pleasing. Mm-hmm. It's just we disagree on whether or not the source itself was interesting. So. But that's it. That's really our review. This one was pretty simple because there's not a lot to it, but well done film, I think. But
yeah, if you're interested in the source material, definitely go and see it. If you're a basketball fan, if you're a Michael Jordan fan, Nike fan even, you'll love this film. It's very, very well done. They did a really good job. If you're kind of like me where you don't really care for basketball, Michael Jordan's kind of cool. Okay, if you're I guess if you're just like a Michael Jordan fan, like cultural fan of Michael Jordan, you're not really going to care for this film much because Michael Jordan literally doesn't appear in the film. They don't ever show his face. He talks.
He does as Michael Jordan. So the character playing him young.
Yeah,
they never show him. They don't. It's always from behind, or it's barely because he's not the focus of the film.
Yeah, the focus of the film when it comes to the Jordans is the mom, and a little bit of the dad.
Yep.
Michael is not in it. They show some clips and stuff of him playing basketball in high school and stuff like that.
All the Michael
the
Jordan
is on the shoe.
Yep. All the time Michael Jordan is shown, it's all him as an adult already being the Michael Jordan we know. So.
Yep. So. Yeah, if you're in it for basketball action and stuff like that, you're not going to get it. This is about the shoe. This is about the deal. This is about the drama of Nike, a company that's trying to make its mark and trying to make its foothold in the basketball industry before it became a giant.
Yep.
They do a very good job of it. It is a very good film. Like I said,
It's a great film. I hate it.
It's a great... I don't even hate it.
I just joke.
The 5 isn't because I hate it. It's literally because I don't care for the source material and stuff like that. That's literally like somebody goes...
This film is absolutely wonderful. You shouldn't watch it because it's bad. I'm just teasing you.
I know.
All right.
It is a good film.
Let's go ahead and close this out.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching this video again. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. We are getting into the blockbuster season. It is becoming summer. There's going to be more films and stuff that are coming out, and there's going to be multiple films coming out. So make sure that you are putting in the comments or going onto the Facebook page and letting us know if there's a specific film you want us to review, because we're going to be getting really busy, like I said, as more films are going to be coming out, and we're going to have to pick and choose which ones we're going to be going to and which ones we're not going to be going to. So be interacting with this. Be sure to share it with your friends. This is a growing community. We want to produce things that we like and we enjoy doing, but also things that you want us to do. Because this is a new channel, you guys have probably more say and more influence than you realize. If you just tell us what you want, we will probably try to make that work. Otherwise, typical YouTube thing, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Thanks for watching.